To me, being a farmer is an honor.
Each state is known for something different. When you think of Arizona, you think of the Grand Canyon, and when you think of Alaska, you may think of the Northern Lights. But which state do you think of when you think of farming? Well, there are a few different ones. Texas, for example, it's known for its cattle, or Georgia for the peaches. But which state really is the best for farming? Well, I think that one is very underrated. It's Illinois. Today, we're going to see the top 10 reasons why Illinois is the best place for farming. But before that, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on post notifications so you don't miss anything that we post. Number 10, it simply has more farms. It's actually quite interesting to see how a farm is defined. It's any place that has produced and sold $1,000 or more in agricultural products. Illinois has plenty of farms that fit this description. It is one of the 7 states that has more than 70 to 80,000 farms as of 2019. More farms means that there is more opportunity to get your own piece of land and start your farming journey. With so many farms that we already know about, there has to be something that's pulling in these farmers to this state. So let's see what the other reasons are. Number 9, they teach kids how important it is to grow food. The Illinois Farm to School project is very important to teach children the importance of agriculture and having fresh produce. The network is made up of various members that are passionate about changing and enriching educational practices across schools in the state, and also who are working to change food purchasing. They come from all sorts of backgrounds, including farmers, gardeners, teachers, students, and much more. There's not only a great way to educate kids about agriculture and to nurture the love of farming from a young age, but it's also a way to ensure that children have access to nutritious, high-quality local food. It also benefits the farmers, as it can be a great source of income. What the network does is it buys local foods, then uses them as snacks or to serve in the school cafeteria, while also educating the kids through activities. One of these activities is by creating their own edible gardens, so that way they can help to create more farmers for future generations. Number 8, the attractions. Farmers are really busy working and taking care of their farms. So when they get a chance to take a break and they need some fun places to go, Illinois offers loads of attractions that they can go to and take in. One place to go for a weekend break is Chicago. Go get some deep dish pizza or even visit the Shed Aquarium. Illinois also offers 26 miles of salt-free beachfront. Not only do you not have to worry about sharks, but you can also still have all the fun of a normal beach. And when you're done with sitting in the sand, the Great Lakes, and especially Lake Michigan, offer some amazing shipwreck diving. For those that just want to relax in nature without taking care of it for a change, Illinois also has some wonderful bald eagles for you to enjoy. In fact, Illinois is only the second state to Alaska when it comes to their population. Number 7, the autumn season. If you're one of those people who love all things pumpkin spice flavor, then your year would have been very different if it wasn't for Illinois. The state produces 80% of the nation's pumpkins, so without it there would be much less pumpkin spice or jack-o'-lanterns or really anything pumpkin related. I for one am very thankful for this state for producing such a big part of American culture. Number 6, rich agricultural traditions. These towns have supported farmers for many generations. One of them is Carmi. The river that flows through this town was home to the first business, a mill, in a new town that worked to serve the farmers, which came into the area as the state's early settlers. Even today, farming is still a major part of the income in White County, and towns such as Carmi play a big role in looking after these farms. They provide schools for farmers for the future and assisted in creating the leaders that will be in charge of all aspects of the agricultural sector. They also help in assisting farmers getting their food to the tables. This can be in many ways, but also by holding farmers markets where farmers can sell their produce directly to the public. While farmers are the backbone of agriculture, farming towns assist farmers to keep going and to be able to do what they do. Number 5, multiple crop options. Because of some of the reasons that are still coming in the next half of the list, Illinois is able to grow many different crops and keep many different animals for farming. The top 5 products of the state are corn for grain, calves and cattle, soybeans and dairy products. But these are by no means even a fraction of the products that are produced in Illinois. We've already seen that they're a large producer of pumpkins, but the state offers the opportunity for all sorts of different products. In the livestock department, we have hogs that are the most important for state income, then beef, cattle, and milk. Chicken and eggs are also a big source of income. On the crop side of things, the crop that is most important is corn. This is sold as grain and feed for animals, but it's also used to make corn syrup and other products. Soybeans are important too, and it's followed by many other crops, including wheat, oats, hay, and many others. Illinois also produces a lot of fruits and vegetables. Apples are the most important fruit, and sweet corn the most important vegetable. Farming here also includes melons and peaches, and different vegetables like cabbage and lima beans. This is only a small part of the produce that can be farmed in Illinois, and there are many farmers going into specialty farming too. So really what you want to farm has no limits. There are loads of other options available to farmers in this state. Number 4, climate. The climate changes from one side of the state to the other, making it more favorable for growing certain types of crops. To the one side, and in most of Illinois, it has a humid climate with hot, humid summers and cold winters, and to the other side, a more subtropical humid climate in other parts of Illinois. The climate also ensures that the state has a fairly long growing season, ranging from around 205 days in some parts and about 155 days in others. This just adds up to say that the climate in Illinois is great for farming, and it can create awesome conditions to plant and harvest in. Number 3, the flat landscape. If you have ever worked in a field, then you know that it's much easier when there aren't a lot of ups and downs, like literal ups and downs. When the ground is flat, it's just much easier to go over to the field to plant, take care of it, and harvest it. This is one more advantage that Illinois has. Even to the side of the state that does have more hills, these are generally more gently sloping, open hills, and not ones that create a problem for planting, which again is another good reason to look at Illinois when you're deciding to buy a farm. Number 2, enough water. Farming can't happen if you aren't able to water plants. Even if you farm livestock, it's still very important to have access to enough water for all your animals. Most farmers state that drought is the biggest problem that they face, and this is why such a place that Illinois has a lot of water. There's many small rivers and streams all over the state that drain into bigger lakes and rivers. All of the state also has water underneath it in natural reservoirs, so this means that there's always a way to have access to water for your farm. Of course, water supplies can become depleted, so it's still important that Illinois residents take care of their amazing natural resources. Number 1, the soil. Illinois has got some of the best soil for farming anywhere in the world. Northern and central Illinois has some of the best deep black soil that's very rich. As any farmer can tell you, the harvest is only as good as the quality of the soil, so this is a very important reason that farming in Illinois is not only so diverse, but that are also able to yield so much at one time. According to scientists, there used to be huge glaciers and sheets of ice covering the ground around Illinois, and they protected the ground when they melted, so it added minerals to the ground, which therefore made the lands become prairies, and the grass helped to feed the grounds even more, which helped to create a friendly cropping environment. So, by the time that the farmers had settled in the area, the soil had been prepared for years and years. It was like the land was just waiting to be farmed on. The soil, along with the climate and access to water, create ideal conditions for farmers to live in Illinois. Here, you can pretty much decide what you want to farm, and the land will be available to handle it. When you're tired of farming and just need to recharge, you don't even have to go out of state to relax. There's just so many attractions around the corner. And these are all the reasons that Illinois is the best place for farming. Until next time, guys, thanks for watching.